we're gonna install the pedal commander. Head, that's close. We just can't fit. Some like high school kids rolling a wheelies through the woods.
Stay in school, kids.
All these javelinas. They can be aggressive.
Kevin drove his Gladiator out.
Whole bunch of deer. Oh, hey, you guys are here. We're camped out here in the Mobzilla, my F-550 dream truck camper. And today, we're gonna see if the pedal commander is down to mob. I've heard a lot about this magical little unit that increases throttle response, and my F-550 is actually detuned from the factory because it's a commercial vehicle. So they expect that workers and things are gonna be driving them, so they actually detune them. I've debated getting a tune and all those things, but the easiest thing is just to plug this bad boy in. Also, as you see right there, it actually has an anti-theft mode, so that's pretty cool. You can protect your ride all at the same time. Live life full throttle. Yep, sounds like pedal commander's down to mob. It's always fun to get like a cool case with things, right? So anyways, this thing could not be simpler. Just plug it in. And put up the matching air freshener, of course. Step 1, we got to turn off the ignition, leave the keys out. Step 2, plug in your pedal commander in line with your accelerator pedal.
So you just take off this plug here. This is plugged into the gas pedal. You just pop this. You get a light in there. It's kind of hard to get a shot. It's up in there, but it's really easy to do. Just pop this red thing off, and then this whole assembly comes off. And you go ahead and plug that in to the pedal commander. Plug the throttle back in. Make sure you push your little red thing down. That'll keep it on there.
Easy peasy. Pedal commander provides a nice little Velcro little dilly bob. We can get it all stuck up on there. It even provide a nice moist towelette. Already feeling a little difference, a little bit more pep in throttle response from the pedal commander, so that's fun. But we've been off-road. We're about to get onto the highway here for the true highway test. Okay, so as we get on the highway here, we will start out in eco mode, which is pretty heavy, sluggish. Obviously gonna give you the best fuel economy, but this rig's 13,000 pounds and it's almost a little bit too conservative, especially for my driving style. I don't like to go too slow. So yeah, eco mode, definitely nice to have the option there, but we'll switch to city mode here, which is gonna be a little more crisp, a little more peppy, kind of how the rig should feel overall. Not too crazy like the sport modes, of course, but it'll completely remove any electronic lag with the pedal that was there from the factory. So yeah, I like city mode. This feels pretty good, to be honest with you. This is probably the mode I might use the most on this. Also, there are some sensitivity adjustments on each mode, and those are the numbers here down below. And you can go +1, +2, +3, +4, -1 to 4. And you just keep clicking through. You can see the green versus the red illuminate. And that'll just give you ultra sensitive adjustments within each mode. So you can really tune in. So let's switch to sport mode here. And wow, you can definitely feel it's a lot more immediate, a lot more aggressive. Honestly just makes the truck feel faster, even though it's technically just giving us more throttle a little bit earlier, but the pedal's a little softer. You don't have to push it as much to get the pep, and it's actually, sport mode's really nice, like I said, in this heavy truck, just to make it feel like you're mobbing. A little bit touchy, a little bit more eager, I guess you could say. I like sport mode for sure. I think that's all we'll need, but of course they've also got Sport Plus mode if you're really down to mob. And wow, that's like a two-stroke. That's like a on and off switch. Very aggressive on the low end, and you can almost hear it, like I'm off the throttle and then I'm on the throttle again, and it's like I just, oh my gosh, it's like I just pinned it. You push the pedal down like 10% and it feels like you're just flooring it. I can definitely see myself using it around town just to mob. Oh yeah, I mean, that's crazy. So if you've got a fast car and you want to make it feel like way faster, Sport Plus is gonna be the way to go for track days and racing and all that kind of stuff.
That's wild. You can feel it in the pedal. I guess that's why it's called Pedal Commander. So this is one of the first spots. We're definitely going to crunch through here. There's maybe 3 or 4 feet in between there. So we just can't fit without pushing through. So we're going to just push through. These big trees right here, definitely want to look out for those. Just one of these big ones just kind of tilted in the trail in the wrong way, like this one, except lower and more tilty, and all of a sudden we can't fit. We got the Pedal Commander in eco mode because we got plenty of torque in 4 low. Put this thing with the 488 gears.
At this point, you might be wondering, how does the Pedal Commander actually work? It makes acceleration feel faster and more responsive, but it doesn't actually increase the engine power. When you press the gas pedal, it sends a signal to the ECU, which then controls the throttle motor. This system often introduces a slight delay between the pedal input and the engine response to protect driveline components and allow for smoother acceleration. The Pedal Commander intercepts and modifies this signal, effectively reducing the delay and making it respond quicker when you hit the accelerator, if you're in Sport Plus, for example. If you're in Eco mode, it's going to be a little bit softer and conserve fuel.
This is just going to go right under the cab over and just crunch. I guess it's okay though. See, bye-bye. No big deal. Composite's really strong. Yeah. These trees are fine. They're just kind of like this, where it's like you can just crunch through them. Look, it opened up a little bit. Oh man, we boogied for that section. That was fun. This thing is so smooth, it's pretty wild. It's a Tuesday afternoon, man. Shouldn't that kid be in school? Well, good for him. He's out riding dirt bikes. That's awesome. Probably learn more out here by yourself riding dirt bikes about the world than you will in school. I shouldn't say that. Stay in school, kids. Just maybe one time, just fake being sick so that when your parents go to work, you can ride your dirt bike, you know? Like, that's probably what that kid did. And I approve. Pretty down the mob thing to do, so. All right, anyways, we're almost through this, I think. We've got a Jeep Willys passing by right now. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Nice up there?
What's that?
Is it nice up there?
It's beautiful, especially in that thing.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. You guys have a good one. Just some like high school kids rolling a Willys through the woods on a Tuesday afternoon. Dude, kids around here know how to party. Aha! Look at that, we made it to camp. Well, you guys, we made it to camp. That was insane. Like, there were literally spots that I was driving through that you could only see like 2 or 3 feet of space, and I just had to push those bushes and trees all out of the way. Thankfully, there wasn't any big ones that were like swaying into the trail. And to be honest, I was pretty worried about that. I've been at this spot before in my Jeep Gladiator. This thing was a little intimidating crunching through all that stuff. Now we get to relax. I've been filming a ton, editing a bunch. I'm gonna chill at this camp spot, get a little R&R and just relax. Holy cow, you guys. Check out all these javelinas. There's tons of them. Or there's probably a dozen of these things making their way through my camp right now. Little piggies. They're so cool. They can be aggressive, so it's best to stay away from them, but I feel like they don't even notice that I'm here. One-wheeling around the fire was fun. Oh, hey son. Thanks for showing up to camp today. And every day. Kevin drove his Gladiator out to come see me. Thing's got my old James Brood tent and my old Pack Rack's roof rack. What? Yep, that thing's been on 4 different Gladiators over the last 5 years.
The first night, James Brood's been out since the Modicon.
Yeah, buddy. See you, Kevin. Just editing a video, got a whole bunch of deer right outside camp here. Just passing through. How cool is that? Cute little Bambi. Little white tails. You can tell because they have white tails.
Fire's dwindling down. Our last night here in the woods. Been here like 5 nights. Can't even remember. All I can remember that I'm super excited about is to drive that F-550 Mobzilla with the pedal commander tomorrow. Mob on out of here. All right, let's fire up the rig and let her eat. Hit that pedal commander, baby. One of the last little crunchers. All right, you guys, we are back on the road here. Like I said, in eco mode in our pedal commander, so we can save some fuel, because ultimately, I think that's the most reasonable setting for having a camper. You know, you just want to cruise, man. But yeah, I love the pedal commander. Love having those options for sure, of being able to switch there to city. You can do it on the app too, or this button right here. And then sport, which is, I mean, if you want to go fast, just click it in sport mode. What other 12,000 pound camper do you know that has sport mode? Only with pedal commander. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, pedal commander, for supporting this video. And we'll see you on the next episode if you are down to mob.